Welcome to Westbridge Hills 22. I am Black Cat FS and this is our used machinery challenge. This is Westbridge Hills and we are in the back half of August. I think, in fact I don't think, what I was going to say is we've finished doing this. We've got the canola off. I said at the end of the last episode, that's what I was going to say. I think I said at the end of the last episode, but I know I did. We were going to harvest this field off camera. I'll have started with a small time lapse. I don't even know how much we got off it. Right, nearly 51,000 litres we got off it, which isn't bad really. Yeah, it's not bad at all. So I mean, what's the top price, and is it like 1,300? Yeah, 1,300. So we're gonna get what, 60 grand, something like that, which isn't going to be bad at all really. In fact, we'll get more than 60 grand, sorry. We'll probably get 65, between 65 and, yeah, maybe about 65 grand. So that isn't bad at all. Things we need to do today, we need to go and harvest this oat field. That's what we need to do. And our field number 9 and our field number 16, the one we've just been at, also need to turn around and plant. I know what we're going to plant in there. I'm not going to say yet, but we're going to plant the same crop, definitely in them two, and then probably something different in there. But yeah, there's a hell of a lot to work to get them two done, and quite a lot of machinery that we're going to need to hire as well. The first thing we're going to do though is we need to go and fertilise some of these fields because they are mega low. What I'll do, we'll do the grass one, because then once I get the grass one done, that's sort of out of the way. Got loads of eggs, and we've probably got quite a bit more. Yeah, we have more wool. Right, so this hopefully will only need doing once. We've seen how much we can make off just this one grass field, so the next time we do this, it'll be for silage. We don't need to do it for anything else. We'll be building it for silage. I'm not going to show us doing the whole field because I know we've got so much to do. Basically by the end of September I want the new crops in the ground, so that's sort of 3 episodes to do it. And I think it is going to take that long as well, to be fair. Oh, it wasn't fully unfolded. Right, try again. There we go. Right, so it's taking some. I mean, the last time we tried to do this, even though it's only turning orange, it wasn't taking any, was it? That just must be because it's grass, because I've not really seen any other crops do that. I mean, thankfully you can see it's working. It's you can see on the mini map, and obviously the way it's going darker as well. But we'll need to check out our animal states as well. We've still got, I think, another 9 months until our cows are ready to sell. We're looking to sell at the 10-month old mark. I mean, we've got 80 of them as well, and I'm sure if you have to buy them, it's over £1,000 each to buy them, so that's the sort of money that we're looking at. And I'm probably, regarding the sheep, I probably wouldn't be too far wrong saying I bet we haven't even got one pallet full of fabric yet, because it's that slow. Right, I'm gonna head off this bottom bit as well. I was thinking tonight, I know we've just passed the eggs there and we've got absolutely loads of them. I was thinking about productions we could use them in, and there's only really buying the dairy on here. I mean, I don't do milk, and we're not going to be doing milk on this series, so unless we bought milk to put in with the other productions, I just can't see a point in buying the dairy, which is a shame. But yeah, we would need that milk, wouldn't we? I mean, we could buy it, but I think that would get quite expensive. Just finish that. I missed a bit on the edge of that. And we'll get going up here. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to finish this. We've already been recording for like 6.5 minutes. I'm going to finish this, and then we're going to go over and get started on the oats. In fact, what we might do actually is go and get a cultivator and start getting our field turned around whilst we do the oats. I think that might be a better idea. So let's get this finished and we'll get cracking after that. Right, the spraying's done and we've got a new setup. Well, basically, we set up ready to go. We've got the John Deere harvester just over that hill there, ready to start with the oat field. That's the job that we're going to do. I say we're going to do, we also are going to have to be doing some carting as well. I thought I could try, I could try the workers, but I'm not sure how well it does go. As you can see, we've done, I'd say it's a headland, but it's a headland on all four sides. So we've went round once, and then on this we've actually been up and down twice. You'll be able to see we're putting cotton in. I plan on putting cotton in this field and in that oat field there. The drill we've got, it's a direct drill, so we haven't had to cultivate it. We've paid just over £7 to lease this. I imagine we'll be having to pay some costs by the hour as well, because it's going to take some time. So we're going to get this started, but I am going to put this on a worker. It actually, when I've been using it, I'm really surprised. It gets 11 mile an hour out of it. I didn't think, that seemed really, really quick for a direct drill. I can't think that the direct drill that I use, in fact I don't even use a direct drill as a planter do on No Man's Land. It's just a planter. I don't think we get 11 mile an hour, but 300 horsepower it requires. And that leaves us with 75, doesn't it? 375 this John Deere. So yeah, just over £7, but I think we'll make a good chunk of money out of this, even if we have to hire a harvester, a cotton harvester, which we might have to do. I still think we'll make money. I mean, what I want is one to come up in here, but it's just not happening. It's not happening. I know what's going to happen. We'll grow this. We'll hire the cotton harvester. And then one will come up. 100% that'll happen. But yeah, 11 mile an hour. This might not take as long as what I thought. Although, looking at the seed rate, that might be what we're doing all the time. Taking it and getting filled. We've actually got seed in our silo, but obviously that involves taking the whole rig over to back to our farm, which isn't good. I'm only going to do it at the top of here, and then we're going to jump out and we're going to get a worker on it. Oh, that slowed down there when it hit that bank. Still getting 7 like. It's not too bad. It says variable seed rate not available for cotton. I didn't realise cotton was any different. I mean, I haven't done cotton. I started doing cotton, if you remember, on Elm Creek, but it was just before we finished the series, so I mean, it's still there. I've not been back on it to complete it. The only cotton harvest we've done is when we've done I remember we did a contract on Elm Creek, didn't we? Right, I'll put that on a worker now, and then that should square itself up. Oh, it should miss that little bit there. I mean, of course it did. Why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't it? Let's just get this done. Let's switch the drill on, and then let's get this done. There we go. Always winning in life when you switch the equipment on it. Right, we can get a little bit more. I always like to be, when we first start the work, I always like to be a little bit conservative, just in case it goes out a little bit further down. And then it can sort itself out, can't it? Right, worker on. Planting away. Like I said, the thing that I think is going to slow that down is having to refill the seeder. But we're going to have to get... Do we have a roller? No. No, we're going to have to lease one, aren't we? God, leasing costs are absolutely killing us. I mean, I know that's part of the series, isn't it? That's the whole point. Only use machinery, but for fields like that size, it's just absolutely crazy. Bugger duck. Right. Let's get switched on. And... oh, wrong one. There we go. Right, that should be dropping now. There we go. I'm not sure whether we'll get this field done in time. I think it'll be September when we get this field done, which means I'll probably not do... I'll not harvest that field, I wouldn't have thought, as soon as it's ready. I'll probably leave it and then harvest them both in the same in-game month. Then I'm not paying extra money for the harvester. Depends on what the overnight cost is, I suppose. If the overnight cost isn't too bad, then we might do them over 2 separate days. Or 2 separate months, should I say. If your overnight costs crazy, then we won't do that. Right, what I'm going to do is let that finish. And then I'm going to go and do the headland at the top of here. Was it on this, was it the beginning of this video? Because I recorded the beginning of this video 2 days ago. Was it the beginning of this video where I was talking about header trailers getting pulled, and that I'd never seen a tractor pull a header trailer? Funnily enough, I mean, it just typifies it, doesn't it? I was up, I had, we went for a walk with me, and some of my family went for a walk. And basically we went up to a farm. It's only a couple of hours sort of walk and up to this farm. And when we were up there, there was 2 harvesters in the field. Well, one of them, which was I can't tell you what type of what model it was, but it was a New Holland. It was too far away to see what sort of model it was. New Holland harvester getting its header pulled by a John Deere. Never seen it before. Like I said, it's always, whenever I see it, it's always defenders pulling them. But yeah, I just thought it's typical, isn't it? I mean, there's absolutely tons of activity at the minute, isn't there? I know sort of time of year, but everywhere I go, it's just, I don't know if it's just because I play this game so much now. That's why I notice it, and I never have noticed it before. But yeah, there's just so much going on. Every field seems to have a combine in it, or if I drive past I'll drive past a field and the crop will be up. Drive past the next day and it's gone. I was trying to explain all this to the kids yesterday when we were going up and showing them how the combine leaves, well, just like this, combine leaving the swaths, and just as we were walking through and we were like looking through all the past all the different fields and what was going on, and I think I lost them on when I was trying to explain about alfalfa. I think that's when they just finally give up and started looking at other stuff. So alfalfa was the killer. I really enjoyed it, like just go and have a look at the different equipment being used. And I've said it before, the thing that absolutely mesmerises me, it's the size of it. Like, I had no appreciation whatsoever just how big some of that farm equipment is. It's absolutely massive. I mean, even balers. I was stood next to, what was it? Was it a John Deere baler? I think it was a John Deere round baler. I can't remember what model it was. And it was just huge. It was absolutely huge. Right. What we're gonna do is let's do one more up here, because then I think that'll get us close to 100%. Then we can empty the combine, and then we'll have a time lapse on for a bit, I think. I'm very conscious that this video could be very, very long. There's so much we need to do. I know like I said, the first part of the video I recorded 2 days ago. I know that was only around 7 minutes long. We've already been recording now for about 13. What we at? Yep, just about to turn into 13 minutes. So we can't go on like massively long. I mean, that's the real test. It seems like it would be simple. The easiest thing that I could do is record. I put out a video every day which is an hour long. That would be the easiest thing to do. But I don't want to be putting hour-long videos. I know sometimes we do, where they get like 50 odd minutes. I mean, I try to keep that to a minimum. Right, so that's filling. What we're going to do, we'll get this emptied, and then we'll get a time-lapse started. So we'll probably come back during it. We'll definitely have to go and fill that with seed, because it's I can't imagine it's got already much left now. So that is what we'll do. It'll be between this field and that field for the time lapse, and then God knows when we'll come back, but we're not long. Right, this is finished. I have a feeling that the time lapse that's just been on isn't going to be very long, and the reason for that is I had so much running about to do with either carting, let's just go and put this on first, with either carting our oats or, and more significantly, keeping that drill full with seed. That has been the issue. What? Right, what's going on here? There we go. Yeah, keeping that drill full of seed has proved to be more labour intensive even than I thought. I know I mentioned it, didn't I? Brilliant, there we go. And it's run out again. So I mentioned it before we got started. I knew it was going to be labour intensive, but I just didn't realise how quickly it would go down. I think had I known that, I'd have invested in, maybe you can get them augers, can't you, where you can just fill them with seed, and then you can fill them with like a lot of seed and then bring them over. I think I might have invested in something like that if I'd realised. But we've got our I keep calling it a front load. I've done that last few episodes, haven't I? I've got our telehandler over, and we've been using that to keep bringing a couple of bags over. Right, where are we at? There's odd bits that we're going to have to go back and do as well, because the worker, I mean, this has all been on a worker since when we left it to now. Every single bit of this field's been on a worker. Is that ready? Oh, that makes it easy if it's right at the bottom. I mean, it's an absolute pain because it means I have to drive all the way over here. I should be driving on here, to be honest. And this is still going to have a roller on it as well, isn't it, today? That's still moving. I thought I said it was out of seed. No, it is now. Unless it was just warning us that it was nearly out of seed. For some reason as well. Oh my god, for some reason, like, this just tipped over like that. Right, that can stay there for now, because this will make it so much easier. Do you know what? I should have known, because in the last episode you won't have seen it, because I wasn't recording at the time when it happened, but over at the cow farm, I think I had a bale on it, and it tipped over so easily. Right. Let's get this away again, and let's get that picked up. Right. We've got it. We'll have to... There's no way them 2,000 litres will do the rest of this field, so we're going to have to go and take it back. You can see our money is just dwindling away. So leave that on there. What we're up to for leasing costs, it's... Where are we at? 82 grand for leasing costs already. It's an absolute killer. However, that harvester, we're done with now, aren't we? So that can go back. I think it's just clipped over into the now. Typical. Right. So I mean, we're done with this. That was great. I really like that. X9. Yeah, really like that. I'd get one of them. I mean, it's 550 grand, I think, to get it. But yeah, I would definitely consider that. Right. Let's put that on there. Can we try? Oh, it's in that one, isn't it? Can we try? I can't even remember how you started. Right. Create a job. Deliver. Will it let us deliver to here? Is it that? No looping. Select that. Select start job. Brilliant. Let's try it with let's try it with that. Create a job. Go to right. It's off. It's up. No, it's not. It's stuck. It's gone wrong already. It's gone wrong already. I bet it was going to try to go like what I would consider the long way around, wasn't it? Let's see if we can do it again. See if it'll work this time. So, create a job, go to there, start job. Is it going to try to do a spin in the road? Yes. Is it going to get blocked immediately? Yes. Of course it is. I mean, I think if you're trying to set jobs away like that, just taking traffic off is a big win, isn't it? I don't even know how many thousands of litres of oats we've got. I haven't looked. I think we might have pretty much bang on 100,000. Just thinking about it, we've had two almost. I think we've only had two trips down to the farm to unload, and then we've got 28,000 here. So yeah, it might be just shy of 100,000. Right, that'll be ready to change over. Yep. There we go. Last 10,000 litres in. Okay. Might as well switch off. And what have we got? 95,500 litres of oats. So I mean, that's not too bad. We will get over 100,000. We'll get over 100,000, won't we? What I was going to say is we'll get over 1,000 at its top price, though. What are we in now? August. So we have to. When was it? Was it January? December. So another few months. There's another guaranteed 100 grand. Right, let's go and see what sort of mess that worker's got itself in. Yeah, I mean, it was still just trying to turn against the traffic, and what I found out as well, and this happens when I'm trying to steer it, when it's got all-wheel steer on, if the rear tyres press up against the hitch, and it doesn't let you turn properly. So I mean, it's probably best. It doesn't matter, as long as you're not doing really sharp turns, it's alright. But it's when you do start doing them sharper turns, that's when it struggles and turns a bit funny. Or just doesn't turn at all, really. There's for the rest of this video, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm definitely gonna bail off camera. 100% I'm gonna bail that field off camera. And besides, I need the John Deere tractor to do that anyway. And I'll probably also need the John Deere to roll, although the Rigitrack might have enough power to roll the field, I'm not sure. Let's have a look. Are we leasing a mixing wagon at the minute? That's only 1,000 litres, I'm not interested. Right, rollers. 350 horsepower for that one. I mean, I could get that 12 metre one. It would just take a bit of time, that's all. But, what's that, 9 metres? 3 metres. But is it 3 metres, but you can get 3 of them to make 9, or is it? No, it's just 3 metres. Oh, I do like that though, that Cambridge roller. We will definitely be seeing that in a series later on. Not for this one, no. 100% not for this. Not for this series. Right, let's lease that. 2 grand. The Rigitrack is capable of pulling this. So, we'll go and get that picked up. We'll get ourselves over to the more leasing costs. We'll get ourselves back over to field number 9. and we'll get cracking. There won't be much of this video left. Like I said, even if we jump sun, it'll only be towards getting that getting field number 9 finished with the planting, and then I'll be ending the video from there. So we'll go and pick this up and we'll get ourselves sorted. Okie doke, rollers up here. I mean, even with this roller, this is going to take some time. I think the last time we rolled this field, we had the 24-metre one, didn't we? But I just don't have the tractor available to pull it, which is the issue. It's also, in fact, I'm going to do the headland separately. Okie doke. So you can see right over the other side of that field, the work is still going planting. If we look on here, that's how much there is left to do. 100% they'll need more seeds in it, so I'm going to have to be going off, doing all the running about for that. We're at 12:30. There is nothing new in the used machinery. I mean, to be fair, we're also majorly dropping on cash as well. But we'll get that back. I am confident we'll get that back. But this is where we're going to leave the video. Off camera, I'm going to do the baling in the field we've just harvested. Like I said, we've just guaranteed ourselves 100 grand with the oats. We've got, at the same sort of time, we've got 140 odd grand's worth of barley to sell. And although we won't be selling that because we need some for the chickens and for our bread. And we've got 50 grand's worth of canola to sell as well. So I mean, we've got money there. We just haven't to wait for prices to rise. I'm confident that this doing cotton is going to make us a lot of money. It's just sort of short-term pain, I think. I hope. Right, we'll leave it here. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one.